Hey, I have some pretty good work from home job leads for you today, including one processing invoices. Some are good for beginners, one has several shift options, and one is specifically hiring remotely in the state of California. So you know the drill, we're going to get right into them. So the first one I'm sharing is with the company Top Dog Law. This is for an accounts payable specialist. Kind of a funny story here. The other day I was laying around watching TV and I saw a commercial for Top Dog Law. It was a really cheesy commercial. It reminded me of that series Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. If you've ever seen the series, you know what I'm talking about. But it did pique my interest. I went to my computer, pulled up the website, went to their careers page, and yep, they do have quite a few remote jobs available. So if the one I'm sharing today does not work out for you, check out their careers page. And you know what, guys? That's a pretty good way to find work from home jobs. Check out the careers page of the businesses you see in commercials. But as far as this accounts payable position, it is remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. And this is your typical accounts payable kind of job where your main responsibility will be to review and process a high volume of invoices, and you'll use Ramp and other internal systems. You'll verify invoice amounts by cross-referencing charges with supporting documentation and internal resources, ensuring all invoices are accurate, complete, and aligned with company policies before approval. You also do expense and data management, which means you'll maintain accurate records of invoices and payment data, identify discrepancies or inconsistencies, and support month-end close processes. And last but not least, you'll work extensively within Ramp to manage invoices and expenses, navigating vendor portals as needed, and identifying opportunities to improve systems, processes, or outcomes. So this is a really good opportunity if you have some experience in accounts payable or a similar finance operations role. You have strong attention to detail, you're accurate in data entry and validation. You can manage high volume workflows efficiently, and you're comfortable working within financial systems and tools. And they list some nice to haves. They're just nice to have, not required. Read through these nice to haves. If you meet any of them, make sure to include them on your resume. And they include you have experience using Ramp or similar expense management platforms, and you're familiar with vendor portals and invoice retrieval processes. And when it comes to the salary, I'm just scrolling around to see if they tell us how much they pay. Scrolling down to the bottom, yep, way down at the very bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $45,000 to $55,000 per year. So moving on to a very beginner-friendly work-from-home job, it comes to us from the company Imagine 360. So this job is for a care access guide. It is full-time. It is remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. And you probably noticed the salary. They tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $20 to $22 per hour. So this position is responsible for researching all requests that could not achieve first call resolution and require further research and outreach. So that means you'll coordinate with navigation team to research provider accessibility and appointments for members, contacting multiple provider offices, and work with their staff to ensure plan acceptance and available access to scheduling care. You'll coordinate related internal and external logistics to streamline the member's experience, which could include retrieval of medical records, email communications, and miscellaneous administrative functions and tracking. And they tell us right here you'll accurately track and document applicable actions taken utilizing Imagine 360's proprietary software. So whenever I see proprietary software, that tells me it's their program, no other company uses it, and I'm willing to bet they'll provide some level of training using that software. So this is a good opportunity if you have a high school diploma or a GED, as well as prior call center experience, preferably in an outbound production environment. Some college is welcome, but not required. They prefer, but they don't require. They prefer you have exposure to medical benefits, as well as experience with inbound and outbound calling. And if you have a little bit of experience in collections, customer service, provider sales, or sales calls, as well as experience meeting weekly, monthly, and annual call count, production, and quality goals, and experience strategizing and researching best practices for outbound calls, this might be a really good opportunity for you. They would like you to be comfortable using Microsoft Outlook, Word, and Excel, and you're trustworthy and accountable. So next up, we have the company TrueLink. They have an opportunity for a customer support specialist level 2. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions. So you have 4 shifts from which to choose to work. So you can work from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And those are Pacific time zone hours. They do list the Eastern time zone hours next to each shift, but this job is not relegated to Pacific or Eastern time zones. You can do this job remotely anywhere within the United States. Just translate your local hours to these hours. I'm going to scroll down this job description a little bit because there's something I want to talk about. They tell us special consideration will be given to applicants with one or more of the following: applicants with weekend availability, experience working in hospitality such as restaurants, hotels, or similar business, experience working as a healthcare coordinator or similar role, experience managing live chats in a previous role, often multiple chat instances at the same time, and or experience helping customers with troubleshooting technical issues for both Mac and Windows-based computers. So yep, they'll give special consideration to applicants who meet those qualifications. So this is a customer service position where you'll provide support to customers via phone, email, and live chat, supporting 2 of the company's district customer types, who consist of cardholders who depend on the TrueLink card for daily financial needs, and card administrators who are responsible for funding and managing the TrueLink cards. And this is a good opportunity if not only do you meet the special consideration qualifications, but also if you have previous professional experience working in hospitality or customer service, and or personal or professional experience working with people with disabilities, vulnerable older adults, or people in recovery from, I have to spell this word, ADDICTION. Sorry guys, I had to spell it. YouTube gets kind of weird with certain words. Now, they would like you to be familiar with remote work and technology. You have an understanding of how to use Mac computer, external monitors, and computer accessories. You have a strong internet connection. You also have experience using a CRM and ticketing tools like Zendesk, and you can navigate multiple systems simultaneously. So that pretty much sums up this job. I'm just scrolling around to see if they tell us how much they pay. Back up at the top of the job description. Nope. Let's take a look at the application. Scrolling through the application. Again, they talk about the shifts. Are you available to work weekends, Saturday, Sunday, or both? They do ask, are you fluent or proficient in spoken Spanish? But they didn't say anything about that on the job description, so I take that to mean it's not required. Oh, yep, right here they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $21 to $24 per hour. So our last opportunity is for all of you who live in the state of California. RadNet has an opening for a revenue assurance coordinator. This job is full-time. It is remote for all of you located in California. You work Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Pacific time zone hours, and it is a full-time remote opportunity. So what you're going to do in this position is receive and analyze revenue variance reports for West Coast RadNet centers and perform analysis of the data received within those reports in order to isolate variances that are in need of further research. You'll perform the necessary research on variances within ERAD billing systems, NPD, and other data sources to determine the viability of revenue recovery. And for accounts with potential revenue recovery, you'll notify the appropriate parties to initiate the appellate process of those charges. So that's the gist of what you're going to do in this position. They have more details. If interested, read through the details. So they want you to be passionate about patient care, and you can exercise sound judgment, and you're a really good communicator. You need a high school diploma. Secondary education is desired. It's just desired. It's not required, but they would like you to have a few years of internal or external experience in the healthcare insurance and or insurance reimbursement field. You're comfortable using computers and software programs, and you have knowledge and understanding of payers, contracting, insurance types and classes, as well as CPT codes and fee schedules. And as far as the pay, at the bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $18 to $23.87 per hour. So that's all I have for you in this video. Hopefully one of these work from home jobs works out for you. And if you're looking for something you can do nights, check out this video right here. Thank you so much for visiting. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.